I'm trying to move back. This be making need no man popped on the scene. He keep paper.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. Hi everyone, this is Kevin Harlan, and alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, with the Force reporting from the sidelines. The Detroit Pistons come into this one following a loss, guys, to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here's Castle. Jokic. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. GA, this has all the makings of a high-scoring contest. We've got two outstanding offensive teams.
Both very skilled at shooting the ball, but that's exactly why this game will be decided by stops. Defense wins against teams who are elite scoring it.
Here's Irving, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. The shot's good from Irving.
And that's a defensive miscue there. You can't let Irving get that kind of position inside.
Down low. And the dunk by Porzingis.
They put the ball in the air, and all Porzingis has to do is hop up and get it. Nicely done.
And now, here comes...
How do you even come up with something like that? Giannis is an artist.
Randall is doubled. Outside Irving. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Here's Castle. Clock at 6. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Thibault on the wing. Back to Harden. Pass to Porzingis. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Porzingis has got 6.
What a start. 5 for 5 from the floor, executing the game plan to perfection at this point.
Antetokounmpo with the steal.
Creating transition opportunities. Giannis gets the steal and turns defense into offense.
You know, Giannis just entered his 30s, coach, but he's already an all-timer.
He sure is, Kevin. Look, if his career ended now, this guy's still one of the best we've ever had in this league. Unfortunately for the rest of the league, he's still got a long way to go in his career, and they're going to have to deal with him for a long, long time.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot. Giannis Antetokounmpo talked about what keeps him going. He said the most important thing is to stay humble. At the end of the day, I realized that I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm just happy, and I always want to be better and do better for my team. And that's what gives me joy. Back to you.
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Allie, we appreciate the report. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
Here's Castle. Back to Jokic. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Jokic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, how many times have we seen that? Jokic is making something out of nothing.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
The kick out to Irving. Pistons passing it around. Driving to the basket. Off target at the rim.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Back to Randall. And oh boy, a lot of contact there. but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
A focal part of this offense. In addition to his scoring ability, Randall is also a terrific passer at his position. Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Outside, Porzingis. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. They're up by 11.
Your home team, 23. The Pistons, 12.
And we
It's gonna get ugly, cuz.
Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
I know.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races.
Yeah, don't blame them.
And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can
I'll
be.
show you how it is.
Fears
go to
with it.
2K.
Now guarded by DeRozan.
They give you bad.
Ball's
I mean, they
not
give
loose.
you courts you can use.
Here's Fear. And they'll turn it over.
Give me about 30 again, ain't it, cuz?
24-second violation. And this young Pistons team, GA, you and I love them, building around toughness.
Yeah, offensively, attacking the paint, defensively, where they are engaged. And they'll send you to the foul line quite a bit, but it's a product of that hard-nosed style.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Knocked away. To the middle. Here's Wagner. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Wagner's got his first bucket in this one. Pass to McBride. To the paint. Here's
What? Why is he reaching?
The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Yes, we've seen the range from Randall, but at his core, he's a big who excels around the hoop.
You see a lot of pick and rolls, but you also, Greg, hear about inverted screens. Can you explain to the viewers what that means?
Yeah, that's where your guard actually is the one setting the pick for the bigger player, and having little guys who are willing to put their body on the line. You think of a Steph Curry, a John Stockton, two of the best to ever do it.
Here's DeRozan. After Rollins. Now Vanderbilt. Still scoreless. 5 on the clock. Vanderbilt with the screen. The shot by Rollins, no good. Pistons trailed by 13. Here's Randall. Over Vanderbilt. Here's Rollins.
Get the fuck out of the paint.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's DeRozan. It's a hand on it. Wagner. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul.
Yeah, very physical
Want to
play
take
by
that L
Wagner,
early, huh,
who
cuz?
still manages to get the attempt
You
off.
want to
while
take that
being
L
fouled.
early, huh?
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
That's the deep man. I want it right there, man. They took my draft on.
Outside, Walker. Back to Randall. Vanderbilt with the steal. By himself. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
So Greg, talking about Jeremiah Fears for a second here. Both he and his brother, Jeremy Jr., play college basketball at the same time during the 24-25 season.
Clearly, this sport runs in their family. Jeremiah's fearlessness and competitive spirit have made him an enticing prospect, and I'm sure he'd attest he owes that, at least partially, to Jeremy.
Pass to Williams. Here's Queta. The three from Harden. Jokic grabs the miss.
I need to get my temper.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for
Bro, you don't use
reason.
none of your timeouts,
No.
boy.
Kevin,
It's gonna be a
all
long
I
day
can
for you,
think
bro.
of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch,
He
though.
goes.
Definitely a strange move on his part.
And so Mike Brown calls
Last
a
quarter,
timeout.
they take them all away.
Looking for a
Them
breather
niggas
and
dead
maybe
tired.
adjusting a thing or two. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Outside for George. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Keita. Nice
Come on,
hit with the
man.
layup off the mark.
I start using this.
Left side, Irving. 1:05 left in the first half. Outside, Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Walker's got his first points in this one.
And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way. A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
And that one's good, Irving.
Some of the fastest hands in the league right now. Kyrie knowing he has to get rid of it.
Theo can't get it to go. Pistons trailed by 12. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. McBride's shot is off. And here's the break. Ahead to the wing on the left. Here's Carr. The putback.
There you go.
Fires for three. They get the rebound. Out to the wing. Here's Keita. And the first half is...
Oh, I was not looking at this.
They lead by 12. They'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
20.
But this ain't the
And there
same.
wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Watson's shot is good.
Assist goes to.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Out of bounds.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan.
What?
Jokic with it. Pass to Watson. And there's a
Look, he's out
whistle
of
that's
bounds.
going to go on James Harden.
Personal foul.
That's foul number 2 for him. On the wing, Irving. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Irving's got it back down to within single digits for the Pistons. Right, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
Williams with a clean look, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Stolen away.
Good deep foul, boy.
Pass to Watson. Here's Champagnie, defended by Thibault. Here's Champagnie. Hasn't made one
out
yet. And that one drops.
Well, they came out of the locker room with a purpose. 4 for 4 already in the half.
The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around.
Giannis shoot down there 70%. Leave him over.
Pistons trailed by 7. And stolen by Thibault.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Grady lures them into a trap on the steal. And
That
then
was a bad shot.
straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Watson's shot is off.
But only the first miss of the second half. They come out here with authority.
You could see that coming. Giannis not to be denied, especially at the rim.
Again, the miss by the Pistons. Using his size, Giannis.
And boy, he's really in a groove.
Oh, yeah.
Dominant performance
Oh, yeah.
in the last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And he lays it straight in. Watson's got 8 here in the quarter. Harden draws the double. Pass to Carr. Back to Antetokounmpo. 1:49 left in the third quarter of the game. From deep, Harden. Rebound, Detroit. And here's Jokic. Here's Champagnie. Off with the layup.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Carr. Kyrie Irving.
Come on, man.
Pistons.
All these
trail by
niggas down
9.
here.
Castle, no one around him. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
Now, that jump shot has been the biggest question mark for Castle. So it's
they
good
play.
to see him shooting with confidence.
And
they
we've
be
got a
cheating,
whistle.
boy.
The refs are indicating it's a
But they gave
transition
you that,
takeout.
boy.
It's
There's
going
no
to be
way
a
I
shot
fouled.
and the
Man, no way
ball.
I missed that.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Stan, you know, you think about the release point on Jokic's outside shot. It is tough to get to.
Yeah, Kevin, it certainly is. And the problem is if you start to come out of your stance to try to get to that shot, Jokic will just pull the ball down and beat you on the drive.
Shot clock at 6. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Inside, Jokic with the steal. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. In the corner, Irving with it. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy. But a rally like this is how you do it.
On the wing, Irving. Back to Jokic. Good D by Giannis. Here's Harden. There's the drive. And he uses the glass on the layup. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. They lead by 6. And will...
39.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Here's Rollins. Outside DeRozan. Misses the 3.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Home team foul.
Oh, ball. This the fourth quarter?
Personal
Man.
foul. First team foul.
And here's Walker. Pass to McBride.
Well, that's just a great feel for where the ball was going. He got himself in the right place and made the steal.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
In the corner, George with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Outside, Porzingis. From the top of the key. Drained for 2 points.
Well, one of the premier offensive players in the league. Kristaps Porzingis is hot tonight, putting on a show.
It's a floater. George, no good. DeRozan on the wing. Baseline J on the way. The second effort. Second shot opportunity. And it's Porzingis laying it in. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter.
Well, just by hitting the offensive glass,
get shit out of here.
Porzingis can pick up a lot of extra points. Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my. Adding to his long list of highlight reel finishes, DeRozan still exciting to watch.
George keeps it alive. Picked off in midair. Pops the alley-oop pass in there.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
He takes it in. And pulls it down.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Here's George. And the 3 misses. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Porzingis is doubled. You know, Stan, there are so many things to like about Giannis Antetokounmpo's game. What sticks out most for you?
Well, look, I think, Kevin, most fans are going to say what sticks out is the obvious. His size and his athletic ability. But to me, what really stands out is the energy and intensity he brings on a nightly basis. As much or more than any star in this league.
You still got a lot of niggas to play. You ain't play Vonnie, you ain't play.
Every night to play as hard as anyone on the floor.
Yeah, everybody was on last night. When you went to bed, they went around. Von invited you. Carter be on a little bit.
Great reaction
unless he go to Missouri.
on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips
Quail
and
to play you again.
because that tells you who's affecting the game.
I like the selfless approach from Kyrie tonight, doing whatever he can to help his team.
Here's Harden from outside.
Come on, man.
And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Castle off the glass. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Right side Irving. Now Castle. And stolen by Thibault. Off they go on a 3-on-1 break.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looks
You ain't supposed to got that one. I ain't say it to you, but shit. When I was up 3, my shorty was texting me. That's the only reason I had got that shot clock violation. I was texting.
Greg, their unselfish
mad
play
as hell,
has
too.
really been impressive.
I'm like, fuck, bro. I'm like, motherfucker distracting the shit out of me.
Wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Oh, yeah, got that.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
Ooh, just don't quit out. This shit over now.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory.
Hey, I shot him out of his shoes. Oh man, know a few. Cuz can't fuck with me. The first match, he wasn't supposed to win anyway. I want to play the Hawks. No, I don't know. But yeah, I think so. Melo ain't been on either. Nah, he played Woods yesterday. Twice.